We have blue skies. What a difference a day makes. Sophie's perpetual, still on her first flush, but just about finished. But there are new buds coming on her, but she looks okay considering that she's had all this rain and the wind. She's doing all right, really. And look at these, you see. This is what Sophie does. She flowers like a trooper, and before the flowers are all over, this is what you get, you see. That's Emily Bronte. She's had her first flush and she's got buds on, look. A nice big bud there, look. Juicy bud. She's coming and she's holding up pretty good. I cut this back. This is one of those flamingo salix standards, but it was massive. It was about 6 foot across, and I thought, oh, I'm going to chop it back. So I've given it a bit of a haircut, and I think it looks a bit more in keeping. These are pretty, aren't they? Achilles. These have just come out. These are late. The lilies have come out. I had lilies out a month ago. Ghislaine, she's still doing her thing. Still got some flowers on her. Ghislaine's not doing too bad, actually. She has got a bit of black spot, but not too bad really. And it's not affected her flowering. And this is still the first flush. And there's small buds and stuff and more flowers around there to come out. So I'm quite pleased with Ghislaine. This lavender smells amazing. Oh. These containers look quite nice. Even with all the rain and the wind. Still looking pretty good. Colourful. I just need some sun. If we could just get a little bit of sun, that'd be great. I think this is a fire pot dahlia. It's not flowering yet, but I think there are buds on it. And this is a calibrachoa and some alyssum that I've popped in here. I think there's some lobelia as well around the other side, but I can see buds coming. So it's slow to get going, but I think everything is in this weather very slow. But it's going to be nice that when it comes. Coleus is looking pretty. Doesn't seem to mind the rain or the wind actually. It's sort of holding up really well, doing good. So I'm really quite pleased with that. And that's a new pampas grass, a mini one. It's doing okay, but it's not doing anything. It's just sort of sat there. Crazy in Love is full of buds. I don't know what she'll do with this rain, but she's not looking too bad actually. There is a flower there, but I don't think that's gonna. Is it gonna? I don't know if it is gonna. No, it's just gonna fall apart if I faff with it, I think. But she's looking very good, to say. But there is a bit of black spot on the older leaves, as you can see there. Nothing's gonna escape it this year, I don't think. Strawberry Hill. Going for a second flush there. If the sun can get out, that would be nice, please. But she's happy. I mean, yeah, she's got a bit of black spot, but she's happy. But Strawberry Hill, not doing too bad really to say. Heavy in the rain, of course. Hello. Are you heavy in the rain? I'll give you a little shake. The sun's coming out today. We're going to get some respite this morning, so you can take a breather. They're fed up, aren't they? They're fed up. Well, like the rest of us, they're fed up. But there's some new growth on her, which I'm pleased with. And there's buds everywhere. So second flush is coming. And she seems relatively healthy, to be honest. I think she must be 3 years old now. There are quite a lot of buds on Strawberry Hill, so I'm pleased about that. And all these on Crazy in Love are lovely. So I'm looking forward to seeing those. Go around over here now, try and work my way through the Acer, which is looking very good. I don't think the Acer's minding this rain, to be honest. New Dawn hanging in there. Some phlox just come in there. And Penelope Lively. Not looking that lively. But they are the flowers that were on her when she got delivered. So she's done pretty good really to say. But I need to come and deadhead Penelope now. She's got rained on pretty bad, but it has been relentless rain ever since she got here pretty much. So round of applause for Penelope for sticking with it, but she definitely needs me to come and give her a little bit of a tidy up. But there's no point me taking the dead heads off because I'm going to have to go down anyway and give her a proper prune back, give her a little bit of a chance to come back then. But these are these are all smushed now, look, smushed. She still looks beautiful even in this pouring rain. Alyssum everywhere. You see, it's doing me a favour is Alyssum in this rain because it's bright. And it just, it gives a really nice pop in the garden. Some antirrhinums there that are hanging in there. Some more phlox here. Looking quite nice. Smelling lovely. And that plant is looking okay. There's a bit of colour there. Sambucus. That's Zabrina. It's a thudja. Brought that with us as that. That's a juniper, brought that with us as well. And that one. And that's Pyracantha. There's holly there. That's a laurel. And behind it is a cherry tree. This is a viburnum that we limbed up. I don't think Boulder-Niche. Oh yes, Boulder-Niche is going to go again. So this is Boulder-Niche, and we have buds. We have buds, and not bad health-wise actually. Still bits of colour everywhere. And of course this is second Zuggy. Cryptomeria. He's gorgeous. Brought him with us. He was one of the first things we planted. The largest moving truck you've ever seen in your life. Just for the garden. With all my pots and things I'd dug up and put into pots. And it was at a dormant time of year. Sweet peas are looking pretty good, aren't they? I did about 60 sweet peas. But they've been wonderful. Jack Cartier's got a bud. That'll be nice. If we can get some sun on him, he'll be happy. These sweet peas are great. Masterpiece. Pretty. Hack on a clover that's hanging on in there. But it's been rained to death. But it's hanging on in there. Now Beth. Looking beautiful. Lots of birds. She's happy. I'm happy. New growth. Woo-woo. Asters. Alyssum. Irene Watts. A bit weighed down with the rain. She's got lots of buds coming. So I'm happy with Irene Watts. And she's new this year. So first year for her. Early days. Don't know this rose. I bought Waltz Time, but it's pink. So I've no idea what I got. Some more sweet peas. The sweet peas are glorious. Stunning. I'm very happy with the sweet peas. They smell amazing. Absolutely amazing. They really are lovely. And here we have England's rose. Buds forming. Hoping for this one to be in flower again soon because it's just finished. Same for Rural England. That's just about finished its first flush. But there's lots of new growth and new buds on Rural England, so that's looking pretty good. But the sweet peas are bringing up the slack this year till these get their feet. Pop some sweet peas in there, and also I put a blue angel clematis in there, but I think it's finished its first flush. I did cut it back, so I'm hoping I'll get a second round from Blue Angel. I'm not sure what this rose is. It's one of Norma's, but I don't know which one it is. think that's a zinnia. I've popped in there, popped a few of those in. There's another one there. And some antirrhinums, which are looking quite bright, aren't they? And of course alyssum. And this is Margaret Merrill. Margaret Merrill's got a bit of black spot, look. There you go. Looking nice. Need to come and do a bit of deadheading. This is Margaret's second flush, I think. But the rain's kind of smushed it up a bit. But she's very pretty and she does have a lovely scent. Oh yeah, very nice, very citrusy, beautiful, lovely. I need to come and deadhead and tidy her up. Now the rain's going to let me out into the garden. I'm quite excited about getting out here and doing some work. This is Mrs. Chumley, clematis. She's on her second flush. She flowered very early. I'd had her in the greenhouse over winter. Mrs. Chumley. And Mrs. Chumley, if you're wondering how you spell Mrs. Chumley, this is how you spell Mrs. Chumley. The English language, is it under? And the 2 just means it's a group 2, so that when I'm coming to cut my clematis, because I've got about 38 I think now, I don't have to go in and Google which group it is. I write on the sign what group it is, so I just know by looking at it until I learn them all, because I've got so many I can't learn them all straight away. But that is how you spell Mrs. Chumley. So for all you people out there who are not British, and even if you are British, you probably wouldn't realise that that is how you spell Chumley. Cholmondeley. Yeah. Is it any wonder that people from other countries struggle with our language? Anyway, that is Mrs. Chumley. Cholmondeley. Just a bit of triv for you there. Sweet peas there. Phlox here. And back there we have Galane flowering. And another buddleia. This is a Weigela Florida, and that's got some flowers on. That's already flowered, but it's some more there. Dahlias are looking nice, even under all this wet. I do have to come out and deadhead, but I'm just going to have to spend an hour or so in the garden doing a bit of deadheading, I think. But the Lavatera's coming on. This one is burgundy wine. It's beautiful. Very nice. But there's quite a lot of colour in here still. Even with all the rain. Things are looking a bit battered, but hopefully when we get into the middle of August we'll start to see some really nice sunshine. And it will be very welcomed. Phlox are coming. These dahlias are just about to start, look, full of buds. Quite pleased with those. And stalks. And more dahlias there, look. Pretty. And more begonias. And more dahlias. Just starting now. Being eaten, as you can see. but they're still flowering. But someone's having a good chomp, aren't they? Someone's having a really good chomp on them. But things are not that bad. To say we've had such terrible rain and terrible wind. Things are remarkable, aren't they, the way they hang in. They're doing better than me with all this rain. It's not too bad, is it? Daphne's flowering again. I think this is the 4th time. Daphne, this is Eternal Fragrance. She has a lovely perfume. I try and, most things that I put in the garden, and try and get something that's got perfume. And Alison, of course, has a gorgeous sweet perfume. I use that in everything, really. I'm a bit Alison obsessed, but I like it. And the poppies, they're over, and I need to come and deadhead this rose. This is Crazy for You, and I need to come and cut that right back now and let that have another go. Actinidia colomicta is looking quite nice on the arbour. I'm hoping to get that up and over the roof, but the colours are pretty on it, aren't they? Really nice. Gillian Faligond flowering. This is not the one at the back, this is the one at the front. She's doing okay. Doesn't look too bad health wise either. That's from a cutting I took last year. Eyes for You has got buds coming. Looking pretty good. Put that in last year. That's looking pretty healthy. And that's from a cutting, that's Iceberg Climber. That had black spot quite bad early on in the year, which is why there's bare legs at the bottom, really. This is Timeless Pink, and I need to come and deadhead that. But it's hanging on in there, really, and it's got new buds. It's not doing too bad. The asters are starting to come, which is lovely. Lovely fairy, looking lovely. More sweet peas, of course. Sweet peas everywhere. And Miss Sweet Honey, look. Ooh. Full of buds. Absolutely full of buds. Looking a picture of health. Look at her. She's very happy. Very, very happy. Very strong. I'm very happy. Sweet Honey. Strongest rose in my garden right now. Comte de Chambord. Budding up. Being very slow about it, but we'll get there. But looking healthy. Looking healthy. Crazy for You. Looking healthy and budding up. New growth. Pretty good. Some zinnias there. Harry Edland here. Not had a flower from this yet, but budding up, which looks good. cosmos. I staked it up because it was flopping everywhere. Anemones. The rain's kind of got to them a little bit. Paris looking lovely. How pretty that looks. It's enjoying it here. I think it likes life here. Look at the colours on that. How lovely. And it's happy living there. Very nice. Begonias are finally coming against all odds. Dahlia. This begonia is a monster. Another pink beauty there from cutting. Some more sweet peas. Hostas aren't doing too bad actually. They are getting a little bit eaten, but I do keep coming out and checking for little munchers. Slugs and snails do love hostas, so I have to rehome them on a regular basis, but they're not looking too bad. Yukigumo's looking pretty good, getting some nice colour. They're all looking pretty good really, to be honest. Well, the sun is shining this morning. I'm going to go get my wash on and hopefully get it dried before the rains come. But that up there is very welcome. We've got some sun today, so I'm a bit giddy. Gillian's looking lovely. A bit of deadheading, but she's still looking good. Very pretty. Just a little pan round the garden. It's a beautiful day. Very happy with that. Enjoy your garden.